Hey everybody, this is Stitch 1993 and welcome back to another toy review. And today, as you can tell, we're going to be looking over the McDonald's Fry Guys sets. Now, if you haven't watched my channel or this is your first time viewing, of course, welcome. But as you probably know or don't, I really like toys where you can mix and match the pieces, especially stuff like potato heads. But I also like stuff like this, where it's more on a miniature scale. And so today we're going to look at the 10 figures here and go over each of their pieces and their durability and also playability here. These did come out in 1989, looks like, and now the poster only shows about 8 on there. However, there is 10, as you can tell right here, and I couldn't find much information on that, but we will kind of go over each of them and my thoughts on where the other 2 fit in. So without further ado, let's look into these guys. Alright, so first one we're going to have is, of course, we'll look at the Fry Guys each, and then we'll look at the accessories come with. So first one is, of course, we got a blue Fry Guy here. The plastic on this is a very tough plastic for most of these here, and very nicely detailed in the sculpt there. Don't know how well you can tell on the camera there with this lighting. But yeah, we got a really good, nice scope. You can really tell all the little strands that were supposed to be like the fur on these guys. And you'll notice that each of these, as you saw in the main rotating, they all had legs. So they all have just this one peg here at the bottom there, and of course they got a tinier, smaller hole up top. So each came with a bottom piece and a top piece. So this one, for the Safari, had 2 long blue legs with snake wrapped around them and brown boots. And then we had a Safari hat with some goggles already pierced in. So with the legs and the body, they just kind of pop right on. Just like that. And it still allows you to rotate the guy so that he can move 360 degrees all the way around. For some posability with these guys. And then with the hat, just has a little pig here at the top, and it fits right in the center of the head right there. Just put this on like so. And the goggles are actually really well sculpted to where they match up right with the eyesight of the eyeballs right there. So he actually does look like he's looking out of binoculars. Go move that guy to the side here. Next we've got this, I would say red, maybe orange-red type of Shy Guy here. Again, good scoped. This one I've noticed is a bit more rubbery. I don't know if that's just because of age, but yeah, you can definitely press down. It's definitely got a little bit of that stickiness that rubber seems to get over time. And of course, these figures are over 30 years old, so it's not uncommon to see something like that. I did get these new, so I think that's some paint either rubbed off from looks like this guy right here, or the I don't think these I think this color was the actual mold color, so I don't think that it has a paint chipping off. I think it just was stuck to one of the other guys too long. Just when you peeled it off, peeled some of the paint off. So this is supposed to be the captain one here, and he's got 2 red legs with some blue boots, and just like, yeah, popping right on there. And then he comes with a captain's hat that has an eye patch and a parrot on top. And the captain's hat does kind of look a little bit, reminds me of the Captain Crook character that was prevalent during the late 70s to mid 80s during this time. By the time these figures came out, I believe they retired that character, but it looks like they still used his design wise and color scheme for this captain. And just like the other guy, the eye patch is molded great so that it covers one of the eyeballs pretty well. Now you can, of course, swap these out with them. I did notice, and you'll start noticing with some of these characters here, the scopes for either the feet have kind of warped over time, so it's a bit round at the bottom to where they kind of totter a little bit. Or we'll get into it with some of the taller figures, they kind of get a little bit top heavy just because of how they're designed. So if any of them fall over, Yeah, that's just kind of the age on them, or just how they were sculpted, unfortunately. So next we've got a yellow one, and this one definitely is a more feminine in style here, because we've got the eyelashes and it's got two ponytails here. Now these guys are just called Fry Guys, so it really doesn't really matter. But we're going back to the harder plastic for this one here, because as you can see, definitely not able to push that one in any time. This one comes with some rollerblade feet, as well as some little knee pads with yellow legs, and that pops right on here. And then it looks like this one, they are listening to some sort of little pocket radio, or maybe a little headset with a attached Walkman type of thing going on there, and that just kind of attaches just right on there. I really like the color scheme and the paint job for all these characters. Really vibrant, even 30 years. I don't know how well, I got all these secondhand, so I don't know how well they were taken care of by the last person, but I've looked at the other ones online, and they do a really good job with this paint scheme, and it just seems to not have faded, or at least faded very little over time. So next we kind of got, I want to say, maybe like a raspberry type of color for this one. This one's definitely got a smaller shape, or smaller size to it. However, it's got the same size hole at the bottom, so it's not going to have any issues with you switching out it for any of the other ones. The reason that it is smaller though is because this is the baby figure, so it comes with these really stubby legs and baby booties here. And then it's again, we got a little bit of the softer rubber going on here, so I'm not sure if these are from two different. I know during this time McDonald's tend to like do re-releases of play sets, so maybe one set is from a set where they used a harder plastic and the other is from a softer plastic, or just, you know, the toy line went on for so long that they switched from one type of plastic to the other. I'm not really sure. I could not find that much information on these guys online, unfortunately. So of course the baby booties, and then we've got this giant bonnet with a baby bottle on there, and that just attaches right there. Now this is one of the ones I've noticed that once you start attaching the headpiece on, it causes it to get a little top heavy, so I'm not sure if it's going to stand all the way up. The boots are very round there at the bottom as well, so yeah. But so far it looks like it's holding up pretty well. Alright, so next we've got another short one. I like this one. It's a kind of a teal or turquoise type of feel to it. This is back to the harder rubber or harder plastic there, although it's got a little bit of give to it. This one also is feeling a little bit sticky, so it's probably starting to deteriorate, unfortunately. This is the, I want to say either gag or clown Fry Guy, because we get these two little stubby blue teal legs, but with a different shoe. We got like a tennis shoe, and then like a church shoe, or like a work shoe type of, with a little bit of a heel on there. And then we've got this glasses, nose, mustache, and tie kind of get up with a little arrow through the head kind of gag there. Fits on perfectly there. Because this one is so short to the ground, it's not causing it to be any top heavy, even though that is a lot of stuff on the front of it. And you kind of see it's kind of tilting a little bit there for it, but it's doing okay. Next we've got a green Shy Guy. This one is definitely a hard plastic here, and I like that they have different expressions. Seems like sometimes they'll have wide eyes, but sometimes they'll kind of have these little drowsy eyes, and for this one it works really well, because this is the sleepy one. Now you'll notice that the legs on this one are of a pink color. No, there's not a color mishmash. There's not really a pink, straight up pink Fry Guy, other than the baby one. But I guess you could switch them in and out if you wanted to. But from all the posters I've seen, it looks like this guy is the one that's supposed to have this. So I'm assuming those are probably just pajamas. So you got the little fuzzy bunny slippers. And then you got the nightcap with the teddy bear. Just fits on right there. We can even kind of move it around a little bit there so it sees better. Again, still pretty sturdy. I love on this one here, they took the time to sculpt the actual fuzziness look to the slippers here. Just a really nice little detail. Let's put that guy right there. Alright, so here's where we start getting into a bit of the issue with the lankiness and the top heaviness of these guys. So this one is, I'm going to say, like a light purple type of guy. Definitely the hard plastic right there. And this is supposed to be the sports one, so it's got the same purple type of legs there, but you'll notice these are really lanky. I think this probably is one of the taller figurines here. He's doing okay right now, but depends on the surface. He can tend to kind of tip over, because you'll see there's a pretty big space between where his feet are actually located versus where his body is located. And then I guess they kind of got a little bit lazy with the design for the top piece for it, because all it comes with is a little headband right there that just kind of sits on top. So the shoes are in the basketball are all sculpted, so I guess they thought, well, we spent so much time on the shoes and legs, we can kind of skimp out there on the top piece. So really, it kind of just sits on there, and it's loose still, so just be careful with that one. Now we come to the one that's really got some issues here. So this is another green one. I think this is the same color of green, but we got a different eye color, of course, but also a different expression. He's got a bit more of a raised eyelids here, and he is supposed to be like the clown or circus fry guy. And you already see the feet itself, they're already bending forward, and that's just how they came. And I've seen them in person, they're all kind of just sculpted to where they're just, because of how old they are and how soft the plastic and the rubber is, they just kind of lean forward. So we'll put this guy on right here, and yeah, he's already starting to teeter a little bit here. What becomes one of the bigger issue is when we put on his headpiece. It's got a whole little clown get up here with the eyes cut out, so that can fit over the eyes. But as soon as we go put that on, he might fall over. Let's see here. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, because of just how forward-leaning this figure is, and how top heavy this piece is. This is a really hard piece of plastic too, and that's all one big sculpt there. That is, it thankfully does, match up with the eyeballs, so it looks cool, but it's just one of the harder ones to show off unless you got like some tape or something or sticky tack to hold it down. It is just going to fall right over. So we'll just kind of lay this guy down right here. Now that is the 8 that are advertised on the promotional art, promotional pieces for McDonald's. However, there is 2 other figurines that came out for the set, and I believe these may have been for the, if you ever see any of the posters, it says, ask about our toys for the 3 and under crowd. So I believe these are probably for the 3 and under crowd. So first we got a yellow one that is cowboy. So you already see the difference here is the top head accessory cannot be removed. It's also definitely of a softer plastic. It is very, very squishy, very malleable. Still got the same hole though, so you should still be able to mix and match with any of the parts there. And then we've got the boots, and it's even got a little stand here. Try to connect those 2 feet so it's not going to fall over. So we've got that one, and then the other one is the orange one, the Indian. Again, still that soft rubber. Still great sculpt here. Like they didn't, make them any less detailed than the main ones, but definitely did use that soft rubber for that here. And of course we got the feet, For that one, again, it's also make sure it's connected. So, and that's probably the shortest one there. So yeah, but as a, just to show you, for example, the holes, I think these might not be actually able to switch off just looking at them. So you see that the hole is a lot bigger on these. Just gonna move that one over there. A lot bigger on these than the main one. So yeah, we could probably, let's see here, we might be able to put that one on there like that. Yeah, it's just gonna sit on top. It's not clicking or anything there, and then we can definitely not switch this out right here. I guess we just you could do that, but it's not gonna pop in or anything, unfortunately. So yeah, that probably confirms my theory that these were made for the younger crowd, McDonald's people, you know, customers that had the smaller children here. So of course you could switch them for these between the two of them like that, but yeah, unfortunately it's not gonna go with the rest of them. So that is the Fry Guy collection, collection of 10 Fry Guy pieces from 1989. I did do some research. It looks like they did it twice. 1989, it looks like either 1991 or 1992. But anyways, either way, love this series. Love the mix and match ability here. Just to show you that you can switch them out with all the other pieces here. Let's just take these two for example. And yep, they've got the same stuff. So yep, you can mix and match the pieces. No problem there. Have a good old time. I find it interesting that the baby Fry Guy is one of the main ones and not one of the, you know, smaller kid pieces there. It's just an interesting, you know, notice. But you see that piece there. It's not just the mold. It is this head piece right here. Is definitely making it top heavy. So that is going to be it for the Fry Guys toy review. Let me know down in the comments, did you grow up with this toy line? Do you remember getting the pieces as they came out and going to McDonald's? Or did you get them, you know, later at like a thrift store or antique store or online? And what are your thoughts on this series and just mix and match toys in general? And if you think of any other mix and match toys you want me to check out and review, let me know as well. Make sure to like and subscribe for future videos. And until next time, thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.